Right.
Maybe. There we go.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Man, we've been talking backstage, dude. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
good
it
day.
is.
Your butt off. So it's gonna be a bit wild. Well, y'all, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing for. I can't believe I'm even saying this. It feels like it should be January, but it's October 25th, 2025. Y'all, today we've got Six Smokies full winter list. We've got Wild West Dragon Dash, current standings and some stories. Somebody's getting married today. How cool is that? And then there's just a ton of other cool stuff that we're going to talk about today in the Drag Driver Pete News. Mr. Eric White, we hit that intro video, sir.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Well, guys, again, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News for October 25th, 2025, presented by Summit Racing. Dude, it's going to be a great show today. I'm excited about this. We've made a bunch of notes the last 2 days. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Drag and Drive community, even as late as it is in the season.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like October is almost over and we still have plenty of things to talk about.
Man,
And then as we get going, we're gonna lead into the last few events of the year, which leads right into PRI, and then we're
oh,
starting all over again for 26.
bro, it's insane. Well, if you guys don't know, my name is Mike Narks. I host this news and the show that happens on Wednesday nights. It's our kind of long form episode, generally 2+ hours of content from the Drag and Drive community with guests and all that kind of stuff. And my right hand man right here, Mr. Eric White, dude, what you got going on?
I am co-host of the show and news, everything drag drive repeat related, the circuit related, helping out with photos and artwork. But right now, as
Mhm.
some people have seen, I have finally started getting on Six Summer 2025 photos, which we were talking before the show. Timing might be perfect because
Yep.
things are starting to ramp up for Six Summer 2026 with registration. So I dropped the first part of the day zero photos last night. I've got photos already scheduled for today and tomorrow because I'm going to be busy this weekend, but making sure that we've got photo drops. So we'll have daily uploads for hopefully a while now going forward of Six Summer.
And what's crazy is that really that wasn't planned. Like it
No,
just worked out like that.
no, Derek being on the show kind of was like, I took a week off from
Mhm.
doing photos and it felt like the right time to start doing it. And then it just kind of led to where we are. And I was telling you before the show, going through those photos, I forgot how many great photos are in that album. So
Oh,
that has reignited my excitement for getting these photos out.
yeah, well, I'm going to show one here in just a minute of the man Tommy Dupree that is perfect. You're like you sniped that one out there pretty good. It was kind of exciting. We all you know the deal. We need you to hit the share button as we go into this episode. We appreciate all the stuff. I mean, dude, our race car friends are the best friends that you can have anywhere in the world. I don't care. I'll fight anyone that says differently. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you guys so much. I mean, truly, you guys keep this thing rolling over here. Um, just again, want to say thank you so much for that. And of course, our sponsors that make all of the everything that we do possible: Summit Racing, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, Jaguar Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, who is on an event this weekend. We'll actually talk about that here in a minute. Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina with the best hand cleaning wipes on the market, and Racing Junk Classifieds. All right. Summit Racing Speed Legacy began in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world speed shop with 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions. They fuel your passion, save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app. For easy access to speed parts, find them on all of your favorite social media apps: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and on the On All Cylinders podcast if you like stuff like what you're listening to right now. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. And of course, you guys have heard us talk about it the last couple of weeks. We're one of a few select Summit Racing affiliates. We would appreciate it if you would use the link in the chat. It's also in the top of our Facebook page, and anywhere you see Summit Racing on our website, dragdriverepeat.com, you can click on that. Essentially, it's just a pass through. I was talking to a racer yesterday. He was about to order some stuff. He messaged me, "Hey man, do you got that link?" And it reminded me, I probably need to talk about this a little more. So essentially what it does is when you shop with Summit for things like what we're going to talk about next, it essentially, if that product qualifies, it can send us, a few percentage points of what that total order is, which in turn tells Summit that you guys saw it with us, which is really what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that the folks out here that they are sending money to and helping support in different ways, like the gift cards that are coming for the short circuit, that those are actually working, getting back to them. So we would appreciate if you would hit that. We would very, very much appreciate the support on that side. And really, it doesn't cost you any extra at all. And in turn, it could help us on our side. So
Yeah. And when you're there, you need to get
Crocs, bro.
The Crocs. I'm going to keep showing these until people start buying them because they are
at an event.
Awesome.
I can't wait to see some. So that would, talk about Christmas gifts. That would be great. I was on Summit yesterday, kind of trying to gather some things to talk about this morning. 4 parts and pieces for, I always think about our drag and drive trailers and our build outs and things like that. And I saw the hammock and I was like, dude, the hammock would be perfect, right? Because it's relatively small. That thing is probably about this big when it's wrapped, right? And you could throw that in the car, in the trailer, whatever, and just have it. You don't have to use it every time, but if you run into a situation where you're on the side of the road at 2 a.m. like Bryant Goldstone and Brian Robbins, and hey, we're going to be here for a couple hours, I'm throwing the hammock up because it's easy to put up and take down, and you're not rolling out your sleeping bag and laying on the ground, right?
Right.
So the hammock, and dude, it's $16.
That's so cheap.
That's cheap. I was like, holy shit, $16. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then of course, we've really seen a huge jump in camping. One, I think it's great for people to be able to attend more events, one, because you're not spending money on hotels. But then 2, we're really seeing that hotel parking lot vibe kind of take over the camping. And so, Derek said the other day there was a lot of people camping on Six Smokies. We've seen Jesse Fox talk about it all the time on his videos on 3G Video. And so in the Christmas gift area, holiday gift area of summitracing.com, they had this fold down fire pit. And I thought, that's the shit. Yeah. Like that's the kind of stuff that we've got to be looking for. And so of course had to throw that in here. It's not $16. it's $300. But think of like getting that gift from your significant other after they hit that affiliate link over there on the side, and you open that up at Christmas. And it folds flat. So it's very easy to put in your drag and drive trailer or your, hauler trailer or whatever. Tow rig type deal. So thought that was pretty cool. 2 gifts that are super easy and great for, the automotive person in your life.
Yep. And man, at $16 for that hammock, I feel like that's just something that you can throw in. Well, that too, but just something that you can throw in when you're ordering something, because at $16 when you need it, it's going to be worth it.
Well, and it would be so much nicer than laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Even if you use it one time, it's worth it.
Right.
And then, of course, while you're in there, dude, hit that Drag Drive Repeat Summit branded merch. They've got the hoodies I'm wearing right here. They've got T-shirts and they've got big brim hats. And Eric doesn't even know this, but we got something new coming very, very soon. So I got a proof of the photo earlier, and I completely forgot to send it to you. It's super cool. So I'll send that over here momentarily, but that should be coming, I would think, probably just in time for Christmas.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that'll be kind of fun. What do we got going on in the comments over here? It looks like Tom Bagley's just cranking them out, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he said, having slept on the ground in a moving blanket before, I'm with you.
Yeah,
And
100%.
we'll talk about this later, but he is editing his video, so he's going to keep
Mhm,
us in the background while he's editing. And he dropped a little preview of a video that was
mhm.
fantastic. So we'll talk
Yeah, I
about
can't
that a
wait.
little later in the show. But yes, I'm excited for that.
Yep, and then Marty in here with the super cool old hot rod, like a 29 hot rod or something like that. Marty will update me, but he just did Buckeye Skips as his second Dragon Drive this year, which is exciting.
Yeah. And then Ken in here saying, finally watching you guys live. So appreciate that.
Yeah,
And Dustin, good morning.
that's awesome, man. All right, well, let's get to this thing, man. Some Drag Drive repeat updates coming along with you guys. 17,000 followers on Facebook, dude. That's pretty cool. I appreciate all of you guys for being here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big milestone over here. You know, we crossed 100,000 a few weeks ago, or really probably a month and a half ago now, and it's just been constant. I sent Eric the photo the other day of Facebook and what it's done since Drag Week, and we were kind of in the slow arc, and then it just took that bump, and then has just been a way steeper climb since then. So bring it on. I love looking back at like how that stuff has grown. It's just so crazy to think that people are following us, man. We're talking about Dragon Dive, and more people are following us. So, anyways, welcome to all the new folks. To the OGs, I love you. You're our race car friends. All right, tell us about this, man.
Well, like I had mentioned, started dropping the first grouping of Six Summer Day Zero photos last night. So you can kind of see there that is part one. Part two will come today, and part three will be tomorrow. So again, be on the lookout for all these photos. There, like I said, there's some really good photos in here. I had forgot how good some of these photos were, so I was super excited to be back working on these.
Yeah, I'm kind of pumped to see these. It's been a little bit, and I think we've talked about it before. Having a little break between that stuff. I mean, dude, it ended up creating this short circuit,
Yeah,
dropping photos later. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love it. This was one of my favorites from the round one that came out yesterday. So I saw you tag Tommy, and then he's hilarious. So he said it's rough hanging out with Chris Moyer. Um, yeah,
for that long.
yeah, they had a great time. Borrowed car, slow, and a good time and fun. He's in there taking a nap. This was at Byron, right?
Yeah, this was at Byron day zero, so we hadn't
Nice.
even started racing yet, and he was already napping. So he
Yeah,
was
there.
he was preparing for those one and dones and what he was going to do with the rest of his time.
Yeah, well, we
Very
know what
good.
he did with most of it right there. So pretty awesome.
Yeah,
And then short circuit updates. This is kind of a fun one. Dude, we're at 53 cars signed up.
dude, that's so awesome.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like this happened 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
I just want to. I can't thank everybody enough for what y'all are doing. I really, really appreciate the support. This is going to be a fun one. I'm telling you. But the reason it's up is I've dropped a new wave of photos out yesterday, and I just want to say we're taking racers up until. So I have had several people message saying, "Hey, is registration closed yet or not?" With this one being so short notice, we're going to take racers up until Friday night. So if you're on site Friday, I will take you. This is going to be a much different event than what we typically do. And I wasn't really nervous, to be honest. I thought we would end up in the 50s, but to get 53 already, dude, I'm thinking we're going to end up in the 70s, and that kind of gets me a little nervous. But the cool
Yeah,
thing is, it really helps the track a lot. So that's really where this whole thing kind of came from. Was Jimmy Bowles, the track manager at Tulsa Raceway Park, and I were talking, and he was like, "Man, testing tunes just haven't been what they've been in the past. Like we haven't seen as many cars come out throughout the year." So of course I get on, I'm looking at our schedule, and Eric drops that the last couple series of the circuit 2025 photos. And I'm like, I just made a post. Hey, would anybody want to do? Basically, what would you think? And I really didn't word it that way. I was like, man, I'm missing this. Should we do one? And of course, the outpouring was like, please, please, please. So we did it, and here we are. It's crazy, anyways.
yeah,
Yes, it is in Tulsa. So Jimmy said, hey, it's our last test and tune of the year. we're going to do a gambler's race. It's going to be this whole thing. And I said, man, could I, if I can get like 40 cars, can I host a drag and drive? And he's like, man, that would really help a lot. So that's what we're doing. So, Luke B said it best yesterday. You've said it before too. I'm an idiot to put this on this quick. Again, this one's going to be way more laid back than what we've done in the past. We've got Alex Arquette and the Cornerstone Performance Transmissions doing a pizza party. We're going to order in like 25 or 30 pizzas on Friday night, and then we're hitting Waffle House on Saturday morning as part of our drive. Like, it's just going to be way more laid back than we normally do. So should be pretty fun. And really, I think it's probably going to end up giving us an opportunity to sell the benefits of drag and drive to people that typically would never take their car on the street, but probably have something fun at home or have been talking about building something. I think they're going to be able to see 50 to 60 cars on site and talk to all these racers and go, man, I do need to do this. I do need to do this. So I think it's going to be really fun for that. So
yeah, because there's going to be people there for a test and tune that, are going to be seeing these guys driving in, and, it's going to give them an idea, and they're going to be like, wait, where are they going? They're driving their car somewhere. And, yeah, you guys are going to Waffle House, and they're going to be like, what? Yeah. I want to go to Waffle House. So just that kind of thought process could get people more interested that, might not have heard of it. And they're just there, taking their car out for the last test and tune of the year, wanting to drive it before, they put it away for the year. So it'll be a good opportunity to, like you said, expose drag and drive to some new people.
Yep. And it kicks off a whole thing we got planned for next year. And yes, Dustin, Waffle House for sure. Driven Racing Oil is putting up $500. So the first $500 spent at Waffle House in Sapulpa, Oklahoma that morning will be covered by Driven Racing Oil. We love those guys. Appreciate them so much for what they do. Oh, man.
Here on a jet plane headed north watching us. So good morning to you. Safe travel.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure, man. That's so cool. All right, well, let's move on. Let's talk about some Driven Racing Oil event updates.
All right. Driven Racing Oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether you're launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or even pushing limits in top field drag boats and demo derbies. Winning racers choose GP1. It's compatible with engines from classic hot rods all the way to those cutting-edge race machines. GP1's unique surface cling and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for those flat tappet camshafts, but also solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. It's crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil, enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages. GP1 offers the best in protection and performance. And you guys know we talk about it all the time, but DDR10 is the code that you can use on drivenracingoil.com to save 10% on your purchase. And that can be for oil, it can be for any of their other amazing products, or even some of their merchandise. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook and Instagram and find out what event they're going to be at near you, because these guys attend a ton of events per year. So you guys can head over and meet them in person and probably pick up products on site.
Oh, for sure. All right. Well, let's talk about some fun stuff. So Six Summer early registration opened this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. And tell us what happened.
So no surprise here. It sold out in 32 seconds. So Six Summer obviously is sold out already. They had opened up their the top 100 went first, and then the expression of interest, and then that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was all it took. Just absolutely crazy. I love the fact that they can do that and it just goes so fast. Yep. This is a fun one, a little shorter routes, 600 and something miles for this one, and just a blast. This one's a good one. This is like the home drag and drive for Eric.
Yep, absolutely. Dustin here saying, I knew that oil blend sounded familiar. Bradford, born and raised. So the original refinery is still operated by ARG. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I tell you, the Bradford, Pennsylvania, I've talked to Bill Alexander, who runs Driven, about this, and he says the Bradford, Pennsylvania stuff is just it's where it's at, especially for high performance stuff. So, that's why they use it and then go from there. So, congratulations to everybody that got in for Six Summer.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were if you were able to get in those first 32 seconds, or again, top 100 obviously is a big accomplishment to have. So you're able to get in there as well, and then obviously, they're doing the wild cards for sick week, so that's going to be cool too.
Yeah, and what did Derek say the other day? Like 75 up from 60 or something like that, or going to 60 up from the 45 or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's wild. It's wild to think.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah,
yep. Glad I wasn't sleeping in this morning, and Ken got in with the top 100. So awesome.
which is
Congrats there.
pretty freaking cool considering he runs a naturally aspirated big block.
Right.
Like that's pretty awesome. And you can see the two orange helmets. He's two-time defending NA big block champion there, or all motor big block champion from Six Summer. So
Yeah,
Ken Cuddle, man, that car is so clean, so
it
clean.
is.
One of my
It
favorites.
is. It's very photogenic as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's probably gonna be a few dropped from that thing too.
No, I'm sure.
All right. Well, Wild West Dragon Dash is happening right now. And dude, what in the heck is the deal with the weather, bro? Come on.
I mean, it's crazy.
Give some Dragon Drive a break, Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Look, we just want to have fun and hang out and do cool stuff. But they had a little bit of a rain delay yesterday. Apparently, it was like the Circuit 2024 with some hail in it, and so it just blows my mind. Like little bit of weather, that's the way it goes. We did see one of the Buckeye Skip guys in here talking about the weather. They had this week, weather was perfect for them on their event, but this week it's raining and cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken here saying new engine combo next year, but still an A.
Nice. Well, I mean, listen, if you're a two-time defending champion, you got to probably keep it NA for now, and then when you lose that and somebody comes faster, then you put the nitrous or turbos on it, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about Wild West Dragon Dash here in a minute with the results, the current standings, and stuff like that. So I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on this, but Jesse Fox is down there. 3G Video. If you guys haven't heard it, you need to go over and follow Jesse right now. 3G Video, please.
Yep. So our next event after the conclusion of Wild West Dragon Dash is the Street Machine Drag Challenge. This is coming up here in just a few days, October 28th through November 2nd. And this is hosted at Dragway at the Bend. So again, this is an Australian event. So obviously they're still kicking over there with events. We've got a bunch of overseas events to kind of wrap out the end of the year here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one I think we've got to get to. It's been going on since like 2017, so I think it's time to go over there and do that. Road Trip Drag Challenge round 3 is happening after that, November 7th through 9th. Again, another Australian event. We have 3 Australian events in November, just pretty awesome, and kind of back to back. So Lakeside, Dragway, Warwick, and then Willowbank. So they're doing 3 different tracks. What I like here is they do have the 650 shootout. So maybe we get a little bit of I don't know, trash talk between the short circuit 650 class and this one here. So
Yeah,
we'll
I like it. And then obviously we've talked a bunch about it, but the circuit, the short circuit or the circuit 2.0, November 7th and 8th. So that is coming up real quick. What do we got? Just a couple weeks until that's there. And I'm excited for you. I'm unfortunately not being able to be there, but I think it's going to be, like you said, a lot of fun. This is just going to be a fun kind of end of the year bash, / event. So I think it'll be a ton of fun. Again, November 7th and 8th at Tulsa Raceway Park.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And like I said, we'll talk about it as we get up to, but 2 weeks. Southeast Street Meet up right after the short circuit kicks off Shadyside Dragway, November 11th through 15th. And dude, I've been really thinking about this one. I've got some airline credits from not going to Nashville, and I could fly into Charlotte, but I'd need to either ride with somebody or somebody let me borrow a car. I can't really afford to do a rental and do PRI and all the stuff we have planned. So I don't know, man. I'm debating. Southeast Street Meets one of the top events. Plus, it's the last national level event that's on our Drag and Drive World Champion point stuff. So there's still some shakeup that could happen. I don't know who could beat Bryant Goldstone, but I know some folks that could get on the podium. So that could be a good one to watch. So that's my article for Monday is, who can take the third spot on the podium. So Southeast Street kind of in my mind, Shady Side Dragway, North Carolina, South Carolina, the House of Hook. This one has historically been a party. This is one of the best ways to end the season on a national event level, and it's absolutely going to be top notch this year.
Yes. And then to wrap it up here, we've got Central Victorian Drag and Drive number 2, November 13th through 15th. And this one's kind of interesting. The hoster is the Charlton Airstrip, which is cool. Again, we're talking Australia here where there's not a ton of racetracks, so they do what they got to do, and they do it on an airstrip. So again, November 13th through 15th, Charlton Airstrip in Victoria, Australia.
Yeah, that one's going to be a good one. And Dave and Nadine put on a great show, and the 650 class going on there as well. We may have to do some back and forth with them as well.
Yeah. So for the year, 53 events. There's been 5 that were canceled or postponed. But man, 53 events on the 2025 schedule. Again, you can find that full schedule at dragdriverepeat.com/eventless-2025. And we've talked about it on Wednesday night, but there is already 14 events scheduled on our 2026 calendar. So again, as those events come up, we are starting to populate those as well. And even on Wednesday night, somebody had mentioned that they were trying to put a new event together for 2026. So these numbers are just going to keep growing, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm. Well, and listen, we're going to blow 53 out of the water next year.
Yeah.
If anybody was worried about saturation, don't even get started, because it's dude, think of the tracks that don't have a drag and drive. Like the world, like there's 400 drag strips in the US alone. We really, I think we visited 99 or something like that, or 96 or something. I thought we did that math a couple months ago. This is the big deal. We haven't even started. I'm telling you guys, just wait. Things are coming that are going to be awesome. And of course, I hope that we see, this is something that we haven't talked about on here before, but man, 2026 is the 100th anniversary of Route 66. I hope every single drag strip along Route 66 gets some love. Like without the drag racing community and without drag racing, would cars be what they are today? Would they have been as cool?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited, but thanks again to Driven for all they do for us here at the at Drag Drive Repeat. All right, DeechWorks, bro, man, these guys are awesome. I love the team over at DeechWorks. We've talked to Mark and about Mark quite a bit. DeechWorks is a leading manufacturer of high performance fuel system components. They can take care of everything that you need, including fuel injectors, pumps, modules, rails, filters, regulators, lines and fittings, and surge tanks, all engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 3,000 horsepower. With a focus on engineering excellence and industry-leading customer support, DeechWorks continues to drive the future of high-performance fueling. And I didn't put the photo in here, but like we talked about on episode 126 of the show on Wednesday night, dude, they just came out with a 550 pump and a 620 pump to kind of fill the gap between their 430 and 810 pumps. So all in-tank pumps in that lineup. So if you're looking for a brushless or a brushed pump, they definitely have it, and controllers and all that kind of stuff. I love the brushless pumps. That idea makes a ton of sense to me.
Yeah.
So for drag and drive, because if you needed, a horsepower level that would use 810 liters, you could always use that, but then use their controller and turn it way down when you're just driving around on the road, so you're not pumping that hot fuel around. So anyways, DeechWorks. But I want to go over the standings for Wild West Dragon Dash. Now, these are not finals, obviously. These are just what we've like what we've seen so far, which is kind of crazy because again, we talked about rain and they actually had rain last night. So they had to delay the start of the track last night. So these are actually just, I guess these would be Thursday updates. No. These would be Friday updates because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, they did Wednesday night. So it's Thursday, Friday. So this is just Thursday racing. So we will have updates from last night's racing as well. But I think it probably ended so late that they struggled to get them out. So run what you brung, and you and I can kind of alternate through these. Run what you brung. I didn't list them on our notes, so we're going to use right off of the sheet here. But run what you brung, leading that class after a single pass is Casey Hewitt with a 6.397. William Wass in the second place right now with a 7.9 second run. Now these are just single runs so far.
Yep. So the limited 5.5 is Ryan Minyard with a 5.526. So pretty much right on there. And then second place there, Tommy Snook with a 5.95.
You see that third place?
Yep, I was just about to say we talked about this. Jesse Hazlitt with a 6.0, who was just at Buckeye Skips, wasn't it?
Yeah. Crazy. That dude's an animal. I'm a fan, and he's from Texas, so this makes sense he would be here. But I do love that he went up and did Buckeye Skips. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then True Street 7.0, we got Jonathan Redcop. Man, my eyes are too bad to see that one. Jonathan Redcop in the first place was 7.0038, and then Wade Graham second place 7.0059. So that's going to be a race to watch for sure.
Yep. And then the limited or the True Street 8.0. I mean, are you seeing these numbers here? Dude. Walter Van Diest 8.004, which is pretty awesome. And if you scroll down through this list here, we're all the way up to 13th place before somebody isn't running at 8.0. Now, again, this is one slip so far, so this is one pass. Obviously, as you start to get your other slips turned in, your averages kind of change. But, I mean, to be the top 12 there that are all an 8.0 is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, look at the race for second place. Dawson Willard with a 8.020, and then Patrick Lawler 8.022.
Yeah, and even if you go down, Sarah Thorpe 8.045, Dustin Tidwell 8.047, Tyler Bradley 8.057. Like, these are all pretty tight.
Wow, this is going to be a good one to watch.
Yeah, 11 and 12, you've got Justin Kirkham at 8.093, and 12th, Emmanuel Gibson with an 8.094. So there's going to be some shuffling that goes on in this class for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be awesome. That is awesome. All right, and then True Street 9.0, Leslie Varner taking the lead in that one, 9.053, and then Marcus Lamaglia. Yeah, I think 9.090 for second in that one. 9.090.
Tailgate, another class that's been popular in a lot of events. Marcus Macy with a 6.120 over Heinrich Peters with a 6.258.
Yeah, it's pretty close too. This is going to be good one. Hot Rod and Gasser, Galen Knowlton. We know that name from, he's one of the guys that's helping with this event as well. 6.626. And then Dan Palmieri of Circle D Converters, 6.944 for second place.
Yeah, bring it on. NA small block, Jason Schroeder with a 6.943. And then second place, Rich Thorpe with a 7.282.
And then in a big block, Paul Blakely taking the current lead, 6.307, and then Randy Heinzelman, 6.408. So, dude, a lot of good racing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Even that third and fourth there, you've got Charlie Ogle with a 7.213 and Dylan Ogle, which, you know, sounds like some competition there between potential family members, 7.294.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
And then you see down there that didn't finish, you've got Zane Ogle as well.
Oh, man. Yeah, they brought the whole family.
Right. And all in the same class.
Right? Yeah, that could be fun. That's interesting. Well, good luck to all the racers that are there for Wild West Dragon Dash. Man, that's an event that is on my list, and they said they're interested in running enough days next year to be a national level event with the Dragon Drive World Champion. I think with the the car count they have this year and the reach they will get from this and all the stuff, I think they'll definitely qualify for that. So we got to see kind of how the weekend's up. I need an official number on stuff. I didn't grab everything, obviously, for everyone that was there. So we'll see. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, Tom here saying Thorpes are doing great considering both are using Rich's car.
Yeah, Sarah's car broke or something. I can't remember what Jesse Fox posted. He had a picture of something for Sarah's. I think she's got a GTO. But the Thorpes they're Rocky Mountain Race Week royalty. I mean, and really Dragon Drive royalty. I think they've done almost every Rocky Mountain Race Week, and when they come, they take 2 or 3 cars. You guys will know Cameron Thorpe from the maroon Volvo wagon. He now is driving a Mazda RX-4 wagon that's super slow. It's like a naturally aspirated 2-rotor deal. Dropped a valve. Okay, yeah. Dang. Yeah, the Thorpes, they're man, they get stuff done, and they bring a whole convoy of cars.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Ogles do too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, again, we appreciate DeechWorks and all the support they give us here at Drag Drive Repeat. They are freaking awesome, man, and so smart. Like, I don't know, Mark's next level.
Joe Cole saying, sorry, I'm late. Where can we find the current standings? Are you referring to the Wild West Dragon Dash?
I would say Wild West Dragon Dash, you would be able to find them on their Facebook page. They have a Google Docs link for the Dragon Drive World Champion stuff. I will have that up here shortly. That's my goal once I go inside. I literally was trying to get it out Thursday, realized I had made a mistake on some ET bonus stuff. And so I had to go back through the listing there and then got that updated late yesterday and just didn't get the artwork done. So that is going up once I go back inside today. So we're going to actually talk about the top 10 here in just a minute for that. And then, that'll kind of lead us into the next thing. So AFCO Racing products, man, racers know when you want performance that wins, you go AFCO, right? From shocks and suspension to cooling brakes and more, AFCO Racing has been helping teams go faster for over 30 years. Built by racers, for racers, and you get to talk to Eric Saffel. Let's be honest, he's the man. It's awesome. Check out the AFCO Advantage and follow them today on social media for the latest in performance parts. AFCO Racing, built to win. In this segment, we're just going to talk about some Six Smokies winners. And I figure, again, you and I can go down through this list here and look. I do want to say these are classes. So this is not set up like it was before we went over this Wednesday night with Derek Putnam. So these are actual classes. You want to get us kicked off there?
So, yep, first one is the quickest NHRA Junior Street 8th mile winners. Troy Steinke in a 67 Malibu crew cab with a 9.143 at 78.1 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we talked about this with Derek, like seeing Rick Steinke. I mean, they brought down the honk if parts fall off Malibu. And pretty freaking awesome. They turned that thing down enough to run 9s in the 8th.
Right.
I mean, that car typically is like 530s, 540s.
Yeah, I was going to say that was, 850 car in the quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. They just set, they just tied the all-time record at Hot Rod Drag Week for street race small block power adder.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy. Quickest 6-cylinder, Steve McNair, 2016 Cadillac ATS-V with a 747 average across the week for Six Smokies.
Quickest 4-cylinder, Brian Lewick in a 2022 Ford Mustang, 8.9621 at 78.5 miles per hour.
Man, I know there's some fast 4-cylinder guys at home that are like, why didn't I go?
Right.
Quickest diesel on that one there is Jarrett Anderson, 88 Dodge D150, 721 average for him.
Quickest rotary, Cameron Thorpe, that we just talked about, with the 74 Mazda RX-4, 10.43 at 67.7 miles per hour.
Maybe it's not NA then, because, dude, a 10-second 8th mile is pretty quick for what I thought was a naturally aspirated rotary. That's pretty quick. That car's super light, but still.
Yeah.
That's pretty fast. Quickest electric, Ramsey McCreary, 2021 Lincoln Aviator with an 852 average.
That's not something that you would think of. An aviator.
Yeah.
Quickest small block, we've got Jared Aspergen in a 64 Chevy 2 with a 5.099 at 145. Now we're talking.
And Tom Bagley here says, can confirm it is naturally aspirated and on a Haltech EFI. Bro, what is oh Cameron, you're my hero. That's craziness. Quickest big block. This one here won by Royce Payton in that freaking gorgeous 67 Camaro. That's actually his wife's with a 571 average for that car.
Yep. And then quickest hot rod, Nick Cryer in that beautiful 1933 Ford Coupe with a 4.63 at 155.2 miles per hour.
Yeah, that car is bad to the bone. Only car in the fours. And didn't Derek say that's the only car that's been in the fours on one of the one-off events?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because like everything had been like 530s and stuff like that winners before with Jason Russo. And then now Nick Cryer just goes in and just drops the hammer.
And don't forget that car just came out this year.
Yeah, like Six Summer was the first event for it, right? No,
I believe so. There was a sick week. Did he have it a sick week?
Maybe sick week. I don't. Man, that's crazy to think.
Either way, this year has been the first year of that car because he had been
I think it was Six Summer actually. Yeah,
the Divco milk truck before, and he just comes out with this new car, and he's obviously had some struggles throughout the year, but is really putting it down.
Yeah, this car, it's awesome. Quickest radial, Alex Skryspek. I don't know how this. There's one too many letters in there. 2002 Chevy S10, 609 average for him.
Yep. Quickest nitrous, Lamar Swindell in that 72 Camaro with a 5.098 at 140 miles per hour. And again, just moved into third place in the Drag and Drive World Championship points.
Yep.
And I've got some good photos of his car at Six Summer too. Just saying.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. That's exactly who I was looking for when I went looking for photos this morning. But I didn't see them in yesterday's post. So I can't wait to see those come out today. Quickest naturally aspirated, Don Gatlin, 66 Nova, 661 average for him.
Yep. Quickest stick shift, our boy Rich Guido there in the 65 Pontiac GTO, 5.673 at 130 miles per hour.
And then quickest AMC, Mr. John Leatherman, 76 AMC Hornet, 785 average for him.
Quickest Olds, Raj Ahuja in a 67 Oldsmobile 442, 6.00 at 118. He was right there to break into the fives.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking.
It is.
The real heartbreaking thing. Let me look over here real quick. Nope, that 1 point wouldn't have. He's 2 points behind Mike Finnegan, so that 1 point would have closed that gap, but not enough to move him into a higher spot. So, nice. Quickest Buick, Mr. Dave Pichal, 87 Buick Regal, 763 average for him.
Quickest Pontiac is Chris Oler, 68 Pontiac Beaumont, 6.732 at 114.3.
And the Olders are folks, they brought 3 cars, 3 competitors down to Six Smokies, and they actually, Big Sky Race Week or Miles of Mayhem, I can't remember which event they had done. Maybe it was Redwood Rally, but it's one of those 3 that are on the west side of the country, and they come all the way down to Six Smokies to compete in that. So pretty cool. And then quickest Mopar, Lloyd Church, 2022 Dodge Challenger, 669 average for him.
Quickest Ford, Joey Marshall in a 2011 Ford Mustang, 5.923 at 123.9.
Yeah, pretty quick car there. Joey's from the Kansas City area, has done a lot of Rocky Mountain Race Week stuff in the past. Balmont is how you say that car's name. Whatever one we were talking about a minute ago. Quickest Chevrolet, some of our good friends, Holly Rops up there in the Artemis 2016 Chevy SS at a 653 average.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. And then quickest overall here, counting down from 10th place, Jeremy Bonnet with the 1933 Willys Model 77 with a 5.705 at 119.
Yep. And then Rich Guido, our favorite Canadian. Well, I don't know. We've got like 5 favorite Canadians. So the Canadian Chuck Norris, we'll call him, in the GTO, 567 average for him in 9th place.
Yeah, 8th place is James McCutcheon. We'll go with that. 1966 Chevelle, 5.578 at 129.
And then Robbie Weissop in 7th place with a 554 average for him.
6th place, Dan Deenan and a 1974 Malibu, 5.517 at 130.
And then just right in front of the Betty White Malibu there, Mr. Mike Finnegan in Blasphemy in the 55 Gasser, 551.23 average for him. So literally, what's that, half a thousandths?
Yeah, real close there. 4th place, Chase Harvey, 1965 Corvette with a 5.323 at 132.
That's awesome. And then Jared Aspergren, again, this Chevy 2 is so cool. 509 average for him.
Yep. And again, just barely in front of him is Lamar Swindell in the 72 Camaro, 5.098 at 140. So, man, real close there.
11 10,000ths or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, of course, Nick Cryer taking over your number 1 spot with a 463. Just, bro, that's big boy shit. Like, you're almost half a second ahead of 2nd place.
Yeah.
That usually doesn't happen. Just to run through some fun stuff here. 6 Spit and Shine Car Show. Connor Soundstrom took 2nd place. Joseph, DiGenova, took 1st place in a 70 Dodge Dart.
Yeah, pretty cool there. The Spit and Shine Sickest Car Show winner, Justin Lawson, in a 72 Volkswagen.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then Top Tourist, this is a good one. I love these kind of things. This is Chris Moyers in a 64 Chevrolet Wagon.
Yeah. And these are some fun ones here. The Driven Oil slowest overall without turning in a 20-second time slip is Shane Peludo in a 69 Dodge Dart.
Yeah, that's cool. And then Driven Racing Oil slowest Gasser Outlaw, Mr. Mark Height in a 63 Studebaker Lark.
Yep. And the slowest Gasser B gas, Dan
Wachowski.
I like that. Right. 1955 Ford Thunderbird.
And then Don Moyer taking the slowest A-gas in a 57 Corvette.
Yeah. And then we've got the ACES EFI ACES for the People, Randy Coy in a 57 Chevy Bel Air.
Dude, he gets $500 gift card and a trophy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Edelbrock staff pick number 2, our boy, Mr. Tom Bagley, taking home an Edelbrock $500 gift card.
Yeah, and then the Edelbrock pick number 1, Kyle Buntley in the 88 Ford Mustang, also got $500 gift certificate.
That's awesome. And then the staff pick, 1st place, Mr. Zach Blasi in the 23 Model T. I'll probably just ruin that. Tell me if I ruined it, Derek. And that's our full list of the winners and I guess, car show stuff that happened at Six Smokies. I want to say again, thanks to Derek for being on episode 126. If you want to hear everything about Six Smokies and all the fun stories, we went a solid hour with Derek, a little more than an hour actually, with Derek talking about all that stuff. So jump over to episode 126. You can hear the full story there. Or if you want to listen on the podcast, we are actually cutting that whole segment down into one standalone video and podcast, and it'll publish by itself here very shortly in the next day or so, I would say.
Derek said blousy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as I finished it up there. And then Tom says, I do need an intake and fuel rails.
Bring it on. You've got $500 there.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. All right. Well, let's, man, we're going to be over today. I apologize about that, keeping you late here, but it's for a good cause, guys. We're talking about drag and drive stuff. So let's talk about Mr. Corey Nicholson, who is down right now. Get back to my notes. He is he's at the Foxtoberfest at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, that's pretty cool there.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Car Chains 3D should be your first choice for custom 3D printed parts for your project car. Corey can take your idea to reality. Maybe you're looking for that special car guy gift they can't get anywhere else. Corey can produce a ton of cool one-off stuff, but especially these little keychains and hats for folks. So if you're looking for something that's fun and easy for gifts as we come up into the holiday season, carchains3d.com or carchains3d on Facebook and Instagram. And again, Oktoberfest in Charlotte, tons of Fox body cars down there, Mustangs, Fairmonts, LTDs, all that kind of stuff. Swing by and say hi to Corey for us, please. We appreciate it. Yes, King Corey. He's been on some kind of rant lately about King stuff. I don't even know. It's political somehow, but I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. So I just laugh. It's pretty funny to see his post, so I really enjoy it. So Corey Nicholson, Car Change 3D, go by, say hey, see what's up.
Yeah, if you didn't see his post, he had a ton of 3D printed items for Fox Bodies that he was preparing to take to the show. So he's going to have a lot of cool items out there, and everything he produces is always top notch. I've got a handful of things myself of his, so it's all great products. And if you've got a Fox Body, you definitely need to be hitting him up. So, I mean, cup holders, roll bar lights, mounts for EFI systems, anything that you can think of, he will make for you.
Oh man, that's cool. Yeah, Tom Bagley says, can't wait to get my dash fitted. Haltech dash just turned up, so that bitchin' panel is going to look so good.
Yeah. You know what would be really cool is Corey does the American flag background. If he
exactly
could do Tom's UK flag now that it's covered up by a tent on the dash, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, that would be sick, and he certainly can. Well, let's talk about some Drag and Drive World Champion Top 10 stuff, bro. This has consumed my life this week.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, and it's a lot of work, and I thank you for doing that because I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Well, again, there's so much that goes into doing this. I can't. It's hard to explain because it's got like there's no way to create that I've figured out to create formulas to do this for me because it's so specific. Like to create a formula, I would have to do 3 times the work, to be honest with you, because you need to look for something that tells it to give it this many points. And so then I'm at, anyways. So I would have to do the work twice to do the work once, basically, is what I'm saying. So let's talk about current kind of top 10-ish. It's really like 14 people, but there's some ties in here. So Mr. Bryant Goldstone currently leading. Obviously, he is tied in points with Mr. Randy Seward. They are both at 112 points, which to me is so freaking badass because that was one of our biggest things was like, how can an 850 car really get close to winning this? And truly, if Bryant Goldstone had not done so many events, Randy really could have wrapped it up. So Bryant Goldstone has competed in 5 events, if you consider Rocky Mountain Race Week and Race Week 2 separate events, which they are for points, I guess, but not for Bryant because he only did 1 drive. Okay. So we only keep your top 3, and then Bryant's other top 3 events are worth more than what either of those 2 would be together. So anyways, it's all explained in other videos. It's explained in the Drag and Drive World Champion website on dragdriverepeat.com. You can find all the rules and all that kind of stuff there. But Bryant Goldstone currently leading 112 points because he is a faster car. So that is the tiebreaker. If your average from your 3 events would be quicker, that is the tiebreaker. Randy Seward, 112 points, again tied with him. The 850 killer. This guy won 6 Drag and Drive 850 classes in a row. He's an animal. Blew up the car in spectacular fashion, like completely annihilated pistons, all this kind of stuff. That car had more than 30,000 street miles on it and more than 400 passes on the rods and pistons.
Yeah, and then just had surgery later in this year, right?
Yeah. Did 3 events early in the season to accumulate his 112 points, and then had surgery the next week and was back at Hot Rod Drag Week. So
That's
dude's an
wild.
animal. Love it.
Yeah.
So he's competed in 4 events. Bryant Goldstone's competed in 5 and just, has a faster car. Moving into 3rd place with 6 Smokies, Mr. Lamar Swindell Jr. Out here keeping nitrous alive, baby. Love this. Love seeing this. 105 points for Lamar. So that's your top 3, and then run us through the next few here. I've only got 5 photos, so we go to the top 5, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, and then Azim Sheik moving in 4th place there with 3 events with 96 points. Obviously, beautiful. We got back-to-back Camaros there. Are they? They're not the same year, are they?
They're the same generation.
Okay, pretty cool to see those back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
And then rounding out the top 5 there, we've got Mike Finnegan. 3 events, 94 total points.
Yeah, he's kind of a stud. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but Mike's a stud. Yep. It's pretty awesome to see. And then next up, Mr. Rovic, one of our other favorite Canadians, out there with 3 events and 92 points.
Yep, and then Dan Deenan, 3 events, 90 points.
In the Betty White Malibu. John Moore in my favorite Crown Vic, maybe that's in Drag and Drive. I don't know. This thing's freaking awesome. 3 events and 87 points.
Yep, and then Michael Turner has done 4 events. 3 events count towards his points with 83 points. So we got a 3-way tie here.
Yep, and then Jason King right behind him, or right there with him. I think Jason is actually a smidge slower. 83 points for him.
And then Jay Grabiak also tied with those guys with 83 points.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. And from there, it really just breaks down. So one of our biggest things, we don't want Drag and Drive World Championship to be a participation trophy. So you really need to win classes, and that's why we only select on your top 3 finishes. This year, it's absolutely insane how many people have shown up to 4 events. Let me pull my notes up real quick. I know this wasn't in there, but we're over anyways. So as of right now, 6 people have shown up to 4 events.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess actually 7 with Bryant Goldstone. So pretty freaking crazy. Obviously we've never seen that that's a month off of work that you're planning. A full month, dude. Plus the travel time and all that kind of stuff. So 4 week-long events. Now, I don't have the full list of regional events put together yet, but there's going to be some people that have done 8 or 9 events this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember when Dustin Cottle did that in I think it was 2022 or 3?
Yeah, something like that. I remember talking about it.
Yeah, he did 8 one year. So I'm interested to see how many folks can do all that. So that's your kind of current top 11 there. Let's see. That's top 15. It's 15 racers, but I think that's it's somewhere in there. Top 11 or 12. Pretty crazy. So again, my plan is to go inside, do the artwork for those guys, and then I'll drop the full complete list in another article today on dragdriverepeat.com/daily dose. So that way you guys can see where you're at in the standings. And again, we have one more drag and drive event, one more national level drag and drive event that most of the US guys could still compete in, which would be Southeast Street Meet. And that would wrap up the season. So if you're a few points behind somebody, you probably better start getting it figured out. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
All right. What else we got left in that? I think that's it. Again, go buy Car Chains 3D at what's its place today at Foxtoberfest at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So appreciate everybody tuning in on this Saturday morning. This is usually our halfway point right here when we thank you guys again. But here we are. It's 10 o'clock. So appreciate everybody tuning in. We've got people like Tom who's editing videos. We've got Raj who's flying planes. How cool is that? We've got our race car friends tuning in, doing all kinds of things on this Saturday morning. So appreciate each and every one of you guys. And then our sponsors, obviously, we can't do it without them. We've mentioned we've got affiliate links. We've got discount codes. If you need products, check out these companies that are on your screen. And if you need a contact person for any one of those, please reach out to us. We will get you in contact. But thank you, Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmission, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. We really do have the coolest list of sponsors here. So again, support those who support us, please.
Yeah. And again, hit that share button. We're going into the last 2 bits here. We got about 20 minutes worth of stuff here to put up, and then we'll be rocking and rolling.
All right. Mahle Motorsports, attention high performance enthusiasts and racers. Meet the Mahle Motorsports Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for power packed performance. The Power Pack pistons are either made from a 4032 aluminum alloy to allow for tighter cylinder to wall clearances and improved temperature stability, or from a 2618 alloy to allow for increased detonation resistance. So what sets Mahle apart? It's their forged pistons, Grafal coating, and the phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride today with Mahle Motorsports, where performance meets precision. Visit MahleMotorsports.com for more details. And for all of you podcast listeners, Mahle is spelled M-A-H-L-E.
Yep. All right. Well, let's rock through some fun stuff. We talked about in the previous segment there in the AFCO segment about how many racers had competed in 4 events or more. What was that number I just said? 7 racers have competed in 4 or more events this season. There's only 2 that have finished all 4.
Oh,
how crazy! See, that's the nerdy shit. That's the that's the nerdy stuff I get into, right? So, Mr. Mike Turner and Mr. Terry Scott, only 2 racers to have finished 4 events for the season. So absolutely crazy. Well, hang on. Bryant Goldstone and Brian Robbins, because they did. If you include Rocky Mountain Race Week and Race Week as 2 separate events, then they completed 4. But I struggle with that one because
it's one
drive. So these guys have completed 4 different drives. So I'm going back to my original. Mike Turner and Terry Scott are the only people that have completed 4 national level events.
Yeah, and I can't speak for Mike Turner, but Terry Scott is a local person to me, and I can tell you, I see this car driving around town. Like I see him driving wherever in town all the time, going to car shows and everything else. So that car gets used just as a vehicle around town as well, which is always cool to see.
Yep, and I'm sure Mike Turner does the same thing. That dude is in this thing all the time, and tons of fun. And this year, Mike Turner's done Sick Week, Sick Smokies, Hot Rod Drag Week, and Sick Summer.
That's awesome. And Terry has done all Sick events. He's done Sick Michigan Miles, Sick Smokies, Sick Summer, and Sick Week. So,
yeah.
And that picture there was from our local Cars and Coffee. So, like I said, it's not just at events; it's a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy I mean, these guys have taken a full month off of work, like at minimum. Mike's retired now, but they've been on drag and drive events for a month of 2025.
Yeah,
dude, that's crazy town. I love it, man. It's really pretty awesome.
Yeah, and for Terry, Sick Summer is local here to us, so that one's not bad. But Michigan Miles is still relatively close. Sick Smokies a little farther, but Sick Week, I mean, that's you talk about a week of work, but then it's another 3-4 days traveling back and forth as well.
Yeah, so pretty freaking awesome, man.
Congrats to both Mike and Terry. That's awesome to do 4 events and complete all 4. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, because there's a lot of racers that have done, I mean, there's 7 racers. So that means there's 5 that didn't complete 4 events. They were there, but they didn't complete them. So pretty awesome. Yeah, and Derek saying both of those dudes are great to have on an event. 100%. Mike is always awesome. He runs a YouTube channel called Shop Dog Fabrication, which is great. It's him working on this car. It's him working on his new project car. It's him getting ready for Drag and Drives. It's like a POV of his experiences at Drag and Drive. So if you're not following Shop Dog Fabrication, you need to do that. I'm dropping that name in the chat there for you guys.
Yes, yes,
He's
yes.
a previous what do they call it? Street Machine Eliminator winner for Hot Rod Drag Week. So
Very
pretty.
cool.
Yeah, he's a great racer. Anyways, congratulations to those guys, man. Mike Turner and Terry Scott, you guys are beasts for sure. And if you want to do that kind of stuff, you need to have Molly Pistons in your car most of the time. Like George Wright, Eric Grillo, both those dudes are drag and drive racers and drag and drive supporters. So we appreciate them very much.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
We'll jump into the Howard's Cam segment here, and we're just about wrapped up.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Harris from the Monoxide Podcast. Real quick, Howard's Cams was founded as a racing cam manufacturer almost 80 years ago when Howard Johansson created Howard's Power and Racing Equipment in 1945. Howard's Cams has always used on-track experience to design the most powerful designs, and today they have an even greater group of experienced racers in circle track, drag racing, road race, mud bog, and marine. They use all this input plus the most advanced computer software to design the most competitive race-winning products. From pioneers in drag racing and oval track to cutting-edge marine development, Howard's Cams is at the forefront of the industry. So make sure to reach out to our friend, Luke B, for your next valve train upgrade.
And a big shout out to Harris at the Monoxide Podcast for going over and doing that voiceover for us, man. We need more of that. So if you've got a radio voice, hit us up. I know you guys are tired of hearing us do these ad reads. Maybe we can have somebody else do the voiceover for those. And that would at least give some change here in the podcast and the video. All right, let's get into this, man. Big thing going on today. Luke B was headed over to Sheila's Dream to the Prices the other day, and has delivered their new valve train for Sheila's Dream wagon. Can't wait. They called him after, I think they had something go wrong at Buckeye Skips or something, or leading up to Buckeye Skips maybe, or the event before that. But they're getting all new Howard's Cams valve train, so I'm excited to see that. Car hopefully makes more power and drives better. That's kind of the plan. That's what Luke said the other day on the phone.
Yeah, and Rodney here saying just spec the Howard's Cam for a build going on now as well.
Man, that's awesome. We appreciate all the support you guys send to Luke. Very much appreciative of the the sponsors are here for us and you guys, and so we appreciate you using them, and talking to those guys. If you have any questions about Valve Train, hit us up. We'll get you in touch with Luke B. Or he's in a lot of our posts, so jump in there and you probably find him. Next up, tell us about Mr. Tom Bagley.
For one, this is like one of the coolest photos. Jesse captured this amazing photo here. But if you guys haven't seen it, Tom Bagley dropped a teaser for his upcoming full-length video from Six Smokies. He said in the chat that he's working on that video right now. But if you haven't seen the teaser, go check that out. It is incredible. Like, I mean, the views out there were awesome. Love seeing his perspective of everything. It's gonna be a cool video when he gets done.
Yeah, for sure. And man, we talked about this guy at length on episode 126 of the show. I hope this dude can move to the States. Man, that it would be awesome. And he needs to probably kind of get something figured out, because he's got Race Week UK kind of in the planning phase right now. So it's like, does he keep planning that? Does he move here? So I don't know. Oh, he's saying, hey, the episode should be out tomorrow for the full length video. Well, dude, keep it up, man. We're giving you support from over here for sure. Can't wait to see that thing. And I'm telling you, it's just going to give me more and more FOMO that we didn't go to Six Smokies.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But what's cool is to be able to have people like Tom putting out videos that can make us, relive what we missed. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be freaking awesome. Next up, Chris Mary. We're going to talk about his body work here in just a second. I'll just put that up. But the Phoenix is rising. The roller for the Deal Brothers, the Mustang, is now a roller again. You guys will notice that orange top there. Remember, that car had some struggles at Hot Rod Drag Week, ended up putting it in the wall. They are completely rebuilding it. Instead of getting a new car, they really didn't have as much damage as they thought. So they have put a whole new front end on it. You can see Chris Mary is here doing some work on the body. They put a new rear quarter panel on. Obviously, that car was just kind of crushed it a little bit from there. And then all the new stuff up front. So I can't wait, man. This car, record-setting, first 6-second super street car out there on a small tire with a small block. I mean, like the first super street 6-second average ever, no matter small block or big block. But then to do it on that tire and to do it with a small block, it's just crazy, man. I love it. Those guys are awesome, and
Yeah.
it's a roller.
Yeah, big shout out to them because I can't imagine what that must have felt like to bring that car back. No, me personally, I wouldn't have been this far like
No.
they are. I mean, this is absolutely incredible to say the least on
Yeah.
what they've done to get this car back together. It's, and obviously they've got a group of people helping them, but again, big shout out to the Deal brothers and their team there.
Yeah, and I'm dropping their name in the chat, but it's Deal, DIEHL Brothers Racing. Make sure you're following those guys, man. They are true to the core drag and drive racers. That nobody, I don't know if anybody that works harder than those guys.
Yeah.
So proud of them. Congratulations. And then probably some of the biggest news in drag and drive is the wedding that's going on this weekend for Alex and Nick Taylor. Man, this is I'm telling you, we're really looking at like this next generation, this next decade of drag and drive is going to be a rocket ship. You know, we've talked about this for years now, but we're really on the cusp of something very, very big in drag and drive. I think this is going to be a monumental moment for the. I mean, I don't know how old they are, but I know they're pretty young. Like they're way younger than we are. And they're getting married this weekend. Congratulations to them. The who's who is going to be down there with them and enjoying a great weekend in the Arkansas mountains, man. They're having it right here in Arkansas, and they've been working their absolute butts off with wedding prep for all of their facilities. You know, they all have their own shops down there and all that kind of stuff. Boonville, Arkansas. So congratulations to them. Good luck to them. Look, marriage is one of the, it's a power move. I'm telling you. To have somebody that's in your corner all the time is something that can only help you in life. So congratulations. I'm glad they found each other. What's really cool is that she doesn't have to change her name. She's already
Right. Yep.
Pretty awesome. And both very fast. You know, they build stuff like nobody's business, and they both have fast cars. So this will be kind of fun. I mean, like, you know, what's the next 10 years for these guys?
Right. Yeah. There's going to be a little healthy competition there, I guarantee.
Oh, 100%. And they ran side by side. Was it at Six Summer?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. At Byron. He ended up blowing his stuff up. So then, you know, he just was there all week.
Right.
So, all right.
Very cool.
Yep. Yeah, congratulations to them. That's the Howard's Cams community segment. If you guys see stuff that maybe we miss or something like that, share it with us. You know, we would love to talk about some of the stuff that goes on around the community. And this segment is really great for that. This, you know, it's really, we're not going to go into great big detail about some of the stuff like we do in other segments of the show. This is kind of the fun atmosphere here for just news and updates from around the community.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we'll move into our last segment here, and then we will get you guys back to your Saturday morning, early afternoon. So Racing Junk Classifieds, this is our official buy-sell partner of Drag Drive Repeat. It's your go-to destination for everything from race cars to trailers to engines and more. And they created their own drag and drive category, excuse me, just for us. It has 47 cars currently in that section right now.
No way, dude!
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so let me pull up here and show you what I have found for this week's Found on Racing Junk. So obviously we talked about Lamar Swindell, we talked about Azim Sheik. So what other to show than a 70s Chevy Camaro drag and drive Pro Street car?
Wow. See, dude, tough.
Yeah, 65,000 here. This is in Covington, Georgia. But as I scroll through the pictures here, a beautiful blue color. I only wish that it was red because it would have fit right with our show so perfectly. Yeah. But you know, the blue works too. Beautiful car there. again, 2 batteries there, a fuel tank. It's got license plates. You got driver and passenger seat. You've got carpet. So
Yeah, street car.
again, very, very nice car there. So let's see here. 73 ASAG Camaro Pro Street Drag and Drive 632 Big Chief with a Sid Neal Power Glide. It needs the heads resealed. But, going through here, car has never been down a racetrack, which is very sad, but it's fully capable. Chromoly cage. It's a very nice car here. It still has the original headliner, door panels, dash, and lots of detail work. So again, this would be a great car to get out, put it on the track. I mean, it's got everything you need to be a drag and drive car.
Dude, how do you build that car and never take it to the track?
Right.
Like, did you just build too nice of a car for yourself to want to do that?
Yeah. Or did they just get it done and decide they didn't want it? Who knows? But either way, it's a great opportunity for somebody to get in. And we know these 70 Camaros are doing well because there's 2 of them in the top 5 of our world championship points. So
yep. Wow.
And then, so that was the first one. And then I'm going to run through the second one quick because this one, for most of us, or at least for myself, is probably a little out of price range of what I afford. But this next one here is right in all of our range. This is a 76 F250 big block for 16 grand.
Now we're talking. This is what's up.
Yeah. So I love the brown color. It's got a nice little hood scoop on there. It's on some drag wheels. It's got a cage. It's got a long bed, which really threw me off when I saw that. That's a long rear end there. But this one was just kind of cool. I thought this one was unique. Really liked it here, so I figured I'd pull that one up.
Yeah, the tires look. I mean, dude, the stance of that thing is pretty tall for what I normally like. But I love the wheel setup there.
Yeah. So
super clean underneath the hood there. Wow.
Yeah. It's a nice looking truck, and again, this thing would be able to drive around town, and then take it to the track with you. So pretty cool. There's a ton of photos on this one. I'm kind of scrolling through them quick here, but there's 43 photos on here. So this person did not skip a beat. They are showing
Look at the drive shaft on that thing.
Yeah. Look, you figure it's an 8-foot bed, so that's a long drive shaft.
12 feet of drive shaft there.
Yeah, frame rails are nice and clean, but yeah, full interior, 2 seats, roll cage.
Wow.
Like,
that's
this
awesome.
This would be a fun truck.
Yeah, 100%. If anybody, I'll make the same deal we did on the 55 wagon. That if anybody buys this truck, you'll get free entry into the circuit.
Look at that fuel tank and the battery, and then look how far away the cab is.
Dude, you could sleep. You could still sleep in that bed.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, look at all that room. Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Again, this isn't just in Wisconsin, so not too far here for me, but it's a 76 F250, a 545 big block, Pro Comp aluminum heads, Edelbrock Victor intake, 950 Proform carb, Magna Fuel Quick Start fuel pump, fuel regulator. And again, there is a full build list on this, just like the photos. Whoever put this together did not skip out on the details. So obviously a lot of stuff, runs on 93 octane. But again, very nice, clear title. It looks like it was 17.5. It looks like they did drop it down to 16. So I feel like that's a pretty fair price for a clean truck.
Yeah, that's a super nice price. It says that currently headlights, taillights, and then the right blinkers are working. So, dude, I mean, like most of the drag and drive stuff is there.
Yep.
Wow.
So
that's awesome. That's a great deal. Like you probably can't build that motor for that.
Yeah.
Definitely the powertrain, because it had an Ultra Bell on a 400, and I mean, like that's a pretty salty mix there. Somebody should probably buy this and move that motor into something and put a turbo LS in this truck or something.
Right. But I mean, even finding a 76 F250 in this clean a shape, is pretty tough, especially in Wisconsin. And there was a picture where there was a little bit of, rust on the bottom, but not much at all. So,
man, that's cool. Wow. Yeah.
so
Great deal.
yep,
Big shout
those
out to
are my
Racing Junk.
finds.
Yep. Big shout out to Racing Junk. Tyler West is our new Racing Junk contact, and you guys will remember his name from Mocan Dragway. He was the GM at Mocan, still a big part of the Mocan team up there, just taking on this new role with Racing Junk. So I'm enjoying having him involved. Our previous guy, Bobby Chalmers, big shout out to him and his family. He was a great dude, just was overwhelmed, had a ton of work load on his plate. So it's pretty crazy. I mean, they built that with our recommendation, and now there's 47 cars in there for sale. Bro, if anybody buys one of the 47 in there, I'll give you free entry to to the circuit.
So that's awesome.
Pretty awesome. All right, man. Dude, lead us out. Talk to us, man. Tell us what's going on.
All right. Well, once again, I love doing these Saturday morning shows. It's a great way to kick off the weekend. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show and appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, we had tons of people in the comments. Definitely appreciate everybody. That's why you guys are our race car friends. And again, one more time, these sponsors are the reason we are able to do what we do. So again, if you're going to spend some money, please reach out to these companies. And if you need contacts or anything, reach out to us. But Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmission, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. Again, appreciate everybody. I'm going to go build a deck, and I will see you guys on Wednesday night.
I'm going to watch zombie stuff. So,
all right.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out today. I'm not going to do much after I get done with the top 10 stuff. So we'll see you guys Wednesday night with the team from Buckeye Skips. Dude, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Have a good weekend, guys.
Sweet.